Gurudev, Sarnabhavatu, we are wishing all of you a very happy Mahashivratri. On this beautiful day, we take the blessings of our Gurudev and we move ahead on this beautiful path of Katho Upanishad. Sutra 8. That which is in the form of omniscient fire, which is hidden in the logs of wood, like a fetus is in the mother's womb, and that which is worth praising each day by aware humans who are in possession of the fuels for yagya, fire. This is that. Sutra 8 ends. This mantra is also mentioned in the Rig Veda, Mandala 3, and Sam Veda, Purva Achik Kand, that which is in the form of omniscient fire.
See, the five elements are omniscient. Why? Because nothing can be created without the support of these five elements. Absolutely nothing. Anywhere you are in any of the universe, in this countless universe gang, whatever you see is made up of five elements everywhere. So one of this main elements is fire. Five main elements. Out of that, one of the main elements is fire. And this fire is omniscient. If heat is in the fire and if heat is in you, then you are also fire. There was a beautiful boy. His name was Satyakama. And his mother was a commercial sex worker. This is a story from another beautiful Upanishad, very beautiful Upanishad. So Satyakama would go to the gurus. His mother would send him to the gurus to learn, to be learned, because he was so intelligent, so beautiful, so innocent, and so wise that there were chances that he would receive self-realization. But the whole, town over there knew that his mother was a commercial sex worker. So they would just send him away. So his mother sent him to another village, to another town to study, because his mother lived by the bank of the river. And all the people who would, operate the boat, they were his friends, the boy's friends. They knew his mother. So they took him to the next town. And when he went to one of the gurus over there, he said that, who are you? I have to know what caste you are and what you are. Only then I can take you as a disciple. So he went back to his mother. He said, Mother, what is my caste? And who is my father? They're asking the name of my father. So she said that you tell that teacher that I've served many people. My mom has served many people. So she does not know what is the caste of my father. And I don't have any surname because I don't know who is my father, and my mom does not know who is my father. But my mother's name is Jabala. So you can call me Satyakama, and by my mother's name, Jabala. I don't have my father's surname to be used. So he went over there and he told the guru that my mother is a Dasi and she has served many people. So she doesn't know anything about my caste, my surname, my father. But yes, my mother is called Jabala. And so my name is Satyakama Jabala. My name is Satyakama. And my mother's name is my surname, Jabala. Such a beautiful voice, such a beautiful vision. But this society has been cruel from the very beginning. before the Satyuga, during the Satyuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga. It has been very cruel. It has been very cruel to the weak. It has been very cruel to women. It has been very cruel to the, to the people who cannot be enough for themselves. So this boy, one day he got fever. And his mother said, now you are not going in search of any guru. Because this is enough. You know, you are moving around and you have got fever. And your body is heated like the sun. He said, my body is heated and the sun is also having heat. If there is heat in me and if there is heat in sun, then I and sun are one and the same. Tell me, as a kid, how many of you had this kind of vision, had this kind of, IQ that if heat is in me and if heat is in fire, then I am fire. I had that vision. I had that vision that if heat is in fire and if heat is in me, then I am fire. But probably I also thought that if that is there, then I can walk through the fire. If that is there, that I can walk through the walls also. And I tried 2-3 times walking through the walls.
Which is hidden in the logs of wood.
So when you see a log of wood, do you see any fire inside? Do you know that there is fire inside the log of wood? Everyone knows, right? The log of wood is used like a fuel. Correct? That means it has fire in it, right? This Katho Upanishad is not only about that, it is also about knowing fires. It is so beautiful. Log of wood has fire, you can't see it, right? How can you see that there is fire in the log of wood? Either you have to be crazy like me and Satyakama Jabala, or you have to give little fire from outside to it. Got it? One spark, if you give to the log of wood, dry log of wood, that whole log of wood will turn into fire. Every one of you has the fire of self-realization within them. One spark from me, from Shambhu Guruji, from Sayuktama, from any of the enlightened master, mentor, guru, any, it will turn you into that fire. It will burn you off. One contact is needed, not even friction. Friction of two woods is needed to create fire when both are not ignited. But when one wood is ignited, one spark from that wood will burn off this wood, because this wood is no different than the fire, the spark which is outside. I've been repeatedly saying this. What is the difference between Bhuvnesh and Kulpreet? Bhuvnesh and Shambhu Guruji. Bhuvnesh and Babita Patel. Bhuvnesh and me. Bhuvnesh and Sayuktama. Bhuvnesh and Kashyap. What is the difference? Bhuvnesh and Abhijit, what is the difference? One is fire and one is wood. That is the difference. Only that is the difference. It is difficult to save the wood from the fire. It is impossible to save the wood from the fire. But somehow, this class is so beautiful. How many people self-realized in this batch? Two went beyond self-realization. Huh, Shambhu Guruji?
जी.
Two went beyond self-realization.
जी.
And
Kulpreet ji and Bharat ji and Swati ji.
and ancestors.
जी.
So seven people, such a beautiful batch. When did we last have this kind of batch in any of the class, Shambhu Guruji?
In Shiv Sarodaya class, where it was Pooja ji, Sangeeta ji, Sonali ji, Piyush ji, Sweetie ji, Vinayak ji.
How many were there approximately?
Pooja ji, Sangeeta ji,
So
Sonali ji, Sweetie ji, Piyush ji, Vinayak ji, about 6 or 7.
seven. So these people have squared up. Even if one person more crosses over, one person catches up with that spark, ये चिंगारी मशाल बन जाएगी, है ना? क्या लग रहा है शंभू?
जी गुरुदेव, with your
Which
blessings.
year was that, Shambhu?
2014.
And this is 2023.
जी.
How many years?
9 years.
Wow. Aren't we fortunate to have this kind of beautiful people after 9 long years? Even Sayukta Ma got realization in that class? No,
She was in the next batch, Gurudev.
she was in the next batch. 9 years. How lucky we are. We must say thank you to Ma for this kind of beautiful people. Is it not, Shambhu Guruji?
Ji Gurudev, with your blessings.
So, such a beautiful class. It's impossible that once the spark catches the wood, and the wood will not turn into ash, the wood will not turn into fire. It's impossible. But if in midway, if you put the water, the wood will neither remain wood, nor it will turn into ash, it will not turn into fire, it will turn into black coal. That is the difference. One of us can choose to stop burning and turn into coal, and one of you will choose to accept the spark and turn into fire, like Kulprit did, like Abhijit.
Joy Gurudev, do you wish to go beyond right and wrong to a place which is above happiness and sadness, to a place called self realization? Do you wish to follow your passion at any cost? Do you wish to attain patrata? Do you wish to control the mind of yours and others via hypnosis? If yes, then attain our Mahashri Vidya level 23 Uchisha Chandali course. For the same, please contact our mentors and Vidya organization. Thank you. Jai Gurudev.
So such a beautiful class. Once you all must clap for yourself. Come on, everyone, clap for yourself.
Like a fetus is in the mother's womb.
You know, there is a scripture I keep talking about. There are around 30-40 creations of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. which I cherish, I marvel. Rest I don't. Like the Tika of the Upanishads, I do not marvel, because it's not the mistake, it's not the fault of Shri Adi Shankaracharya, it is the fault of the person who was writing it. He wasn't enlightened and he messed it up. So then he asked someone else to write it. But, oh my God, the Tattva Bodh of Sri Adi Shankara, you just have to read that, understand that. He has said how fire lives in the ocean, how fire lives in the womb of a mother, in a fetus, how fire lives in the river, how fire lives in every damn thing. Not only fire, he has said how 5 elements are living in everything. How 5 elements are there in the ocean. That's such a wonderful knowledge, such a beautiful knowledge. Oh my God. If there is no fire in the womb, how will the fetus be born? If there is no fire in the womb when the fetus is conceived, how will the fetus grow? Fire is needed for the fetus to grow, right? And if the fetus is made to remember that this fire has created him, his body, his mind, his feelings, everything has been created by this fire, will he not?
And that which is worth praising each day by aware humans.
And only who are aware, who have this wisdom, who have this knowledge about the omniscient and omnipresence of all the elements everywhere, they also know that the creator of this element is omnipresent and omniscient. And these people, they will worship that creator as that creator and also in these elements. Even spirits, ghosts, who are known as bhoot, one element, actually they also have 5 elements within them, all 5. So those who know this and those who look at that creator, there's a beautiful story. Rabia was an outcast like Shiva. She was a Sufi saint. She used to stay naked unless and until someone told her not to do that, one great master. So she was like a male. She used to walk naked. She had disciples and followers, and no one would dare, the khilafats or anyone would touch her. So one day, one another big Sufi saint came and lived with her in her hut. That Zubair and Rabia were living in the same hut. They had food and they went to sleep. Early morning, just when the sun was rising, and it was a beautiful season, the flowers were blooming, the dewdrops were still there, the aroma of the flowers which were blooming, the grass, the dewdrops, and the rising sun, and the orange pinkish light of the sun. And Zubair looked at it and he said, Rabia, Rabia, come out. There is a beautiful morning today. Rabia said, you come in, Zubair. I'm seeing the maker of that morning. Don't call me out. You in self, you come in. When you go outside, you can see the beautiful world. When you go inside, you can see the maker of this beautiful world. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? In the same way, Yamaraj is giving you two choices. Whether you look outside and you understand that every main element is omniscient, omnipresence. He's talking about fire because he's making you work on fire. Or if you go inside, if you meditate, if you go inside, and if you see the maker of these five elements which make everything in this creation, either you walk in like Rabia or whether you walk out like Zubair, you will know that which is worth worshipping, which is worth everything.
Who are in possession of the fuels for yajna, fire. This is that. Sutra 8 ends. This mantra is also mentioned in Rig Veda Mandala
Rig
3.
Veda. Yeah. Now this is again so beautiful. It's again, we come to Satyakama Jabala. I told you about Satyakama Jabala some time back, right? The child of the Kamushu. If you don't have fire within yourself, or if you don't recognize that fire within yourself, how will you recognize that fire within everything? Omniscient, omnipresence of fire. How will you recognize that? It is said by the deities, to be enlightened, you have to be born as a human. Because the five fires, or the five main elements, the five types of ethers, the five types of fires, the five types of airs, the five types of liquids, the five types of ethers, space in your body. What are the five types of ethers? Come on. Ghat Akash, Nabh Akash, Bhut Akash, Chit Akash, and Chid Akash. What are the five main types of airs? Pran, Apan, Udan, Saman, Vyan. What are the fires? Jataragni, Bhutagni, Bhuadagni, Premagni, Gyanagni, and Kamagni. You do course of making money, Lakshmi ji. But if you have to do a course of getting self-realization, Guruji, I am just 42. You know that? When I will become 82, then I will do Kathopanishad, self-realization. Not now. I am just 42. When 82 will come, you will want to do disco 82. That time also you will feel that death is still far away. When you become old, when the fire is almost switching off in you, will you be able to realize the omniscience of that fire? When the earth element is just dropping you, you can't breathe, the air element is dropping you. Will you be able to realize the secrets, the minutest, the greatest of the secrets of the elements of or of Almighty? But Guruji, now I don't have time, you know. I have to get married. I have to get my kids married. I have to take care of my kids. Acha, you think I did not get married? I did not raise kids? I did not get the kids married? Whom are you cheating? Whom are you fooling? Whom? Yourself? Continue doing that. Don't give me this. I'm not going to buy it.